If you had told me 15 years ago that I would be in this position, in my 40s, starting all over again, I would not have believed you. By all definitions, I was a success. I went to Cambridge University, did a medical degree, practiced as a medical doctor for about 6 years, and built a successful career and life according to all the definitions of society. And yet, here I am in my 40s, pouring my heart into YouTube and trying to create a consultancy, while my mom thinks that I'm a housewife. And if I'm honest, some days it can feel like a failure. And the worst part, it's lonely. But I'm sure I'm not the only one. There must be others out there who did everything right and ticked all the boxes to create successful careers, yet one day they realized this isn't it, and they walked away. And now we are in this weird in-between stage. We are over 40, trying to build something meaningful, something with a purpose, but feeling like we are running out of time, feeling the sheer weight of responsibility because we have families, some of us have mortgages, feeling like no one understands why would a successful person walk away and leave that success behind. I want to be the voice for all of us who feel this way but don't know how to express yourself. This is my story of how YouTube changed my life, but not in a I went viral and earned thousands sort of way. Not yet. More in a way how YouTube has made me rethink what success means, what purpose means, and what it's really like to be starting over again after 40, trying to build out something from nothing, trying to build a YouTube channel as well. Because let's face it, YouTube can change lives, and it has already changed mine in many ways. I was always a high achiever. Cambridge degree, medicine, I became a doctor, and I passed all the hurdles that were expected of me once I became a doctor to then become a dermatologist. And that career made sense. Plus, it's a prestigious profession and it looked like my life was sorted out. But something just wasn't right. And over the years, I pivoted and pivoted again. I went from medicine to career coaching to career advisory services at the university, to executive recruitment and headhunting, and even to financial services. I kept chasing the perfect next career. But at every stage, after a while, I was beginning to think, this isn't quite right for me either. And it's a scary realization. Have I made a mistake again? It was like I was building a life that looked good on paper, that looked good to others, yet deep in my soul and in my heart, it just felt like this isn't it. Then 4 months ago, aged 42 at the time, I did something terrifying. And some people may think stupid. I quit employment with no safety net, just some savings to last me a few months. No job lined up, just the belief that I needed to build something for myself. Just to believe that I can do it. And that's when the real challenges began. Because building out something from nothing, it's tough, it's messy, it's lonely, it's slow and embarrassing because I cannot admit it to others what I've done. And in fact, I get quite upset and emotional when people say, "Oh, how is work?" And I'm not in that employment that they're asking me about, yet I cannot quite explain to them what I'm doing instead. I've started looking around on YouTube, and there are so many creators over 40, successful creators who monetized in 5 weeks with just 30 videos, making thousands just from one video. While I'm sitting here in my living room, or sometimes I walk because it helps me to express myself when I'm moving, and I'm pouring all my heart and soul into content, into this channel, and nothing is happening. I'm getting a handful of views. Well, thank you for all those. Yet I feel like I'm not reaching past that threshold that kind of allows my content to get the exposure it needs. It's so frustrating. And then it makes me wonder, is my content really that bad that YouTube is not helping it to go a bit further than just a handful of views? I thought I looked into this. I thought I analyzed how to create more or less good enough thumbnails and video titles and hooks and whatnot. And yet I feel stuck. I feel the channel is stuck. And that's when the self-doubt creeps in. What if I've made a mistake? What if I have to go back to a proper job? What if this dream was never meant to be? And worst of all, where would I even go back? What hiring manager, after seeing this YouTube channel, will say, oh yes, let's hire her, the career hopper? What if I've burned every bridge already and there is no way back? So I've been thinking that I need to keep going. And I've realized there are 3 things that are very important to keep going. Here are the 3 things that I need to keep reminding myself every day. Let's call them lessons. So lesson 1 is you cannot compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 10. Every creator I look up to, Sylvain Solo, Maggie McCormack, Daphne, they all started at 0. They all had their moment. One of their videos took off. Great, good for them. They've worked hard, they've had their breakthrough, and I haven't had mine yet. But it doesn't mean that it won't come. Just because someone else got there faster, it doesn't mean that I won't get there too. And if you're watching this and you're feeling that you're behind everybody else and everyone else has figured it all out, you know what? You're not behind. You're on your own timeline. Lesson number 2. What might currently feel like a failure might actually be the beginning of something bigger. So my mom asked me the other day, what are you actually doing now? Are you just a housewife? And that word, housewife, hit me hard. What is a housewife? Is it somebody who stays at home and makes the home comfortable, looks after the children? I'm not even doing that. The house is a mess. I'm not cooking. We're eating processed foods. And I'm not even allowing myself to stop, take a deep breath and relax and watch TV. Instead, I am all consumed by video creation process, learning new skills, researching, seeing what works on other channels, learning how to start and build a mailing list for my consulting business for doctors, where I help them to elevate their digital influence, building a website, setting up a lead magnet, writing different resources for my target audience, setting up an infrastructure for a business. It all takes time. But just because this work isn't linked to a paycheck yet, it's like I've been failing the society's expectation of what success should look like. And here is the thing, for many people, success is about paychecks. It's about constant LinkedIn updates, such as, I'm privileged to announce that I have started a CEO role at XYZ, or the number of subscribers and views on social media. Is that really success? But what if real success is about waking up in the morning and knowing that you're doing something that truly matters to you, something that energizes you, something that you're excited about, and you don't have this dread and nauseated feeling anymore on a Sunday thinking what the week ahead will be like? Sometimes the only difference between a failure and success story is time. Lesson 3, success comes to those who stay in the game. I'm realizing now that the only way I actually fail is if I quit. And I'm not quitting. I've quit many times before. I don't think they were failures. I still learned my lessons, and I am who I am now because of a combination of all those lessons and experiences and the skills that came with those careers that I had and subsequently left. But what's important is to stay in the game, to learn as you go, to evolve, to grow, to figure things out and learn lessons, and then share those lessons with others. That's what really matters to me now. And one day I know I will look back at this video, the one that I filmed while anxious and doubting myself, feeling like an imposter, and I hope I will smile, because I'll know that this was all a part of the process. So to all those out there, high achievers, people who created success but then walked away, if you're feeling like you made a mistake or you're doubting the choice you made, feeling like your goals and your dreams are taking too long to materialize, stay in the game, persevere. You never know when your moment is coming, but it will most certainly not come if you walk away now. You are stronger than this challenge, and this challenge is making you even stronger. This is a motto that I always had when I was doing exams at Cambridge University and during my medical career. It's a very powerful motto, so maybe write it down, put it on your screensaver. I am stronger than this challenge, and this challenge is making me even stronger. So if this resonated with you, drop me a comment below and let's do this together. Because one day we'll look back and we'll be glad that we kept going. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.